Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from Shomu's Biology. In this particular lecture, we are going to talk about 5 topics for your summer internship or summer training program or summer project in the field of classical biology. So if you are from zoology, botany, physiology background and you want to study concrete zoology, classical botany or applied applied botany, applied zoology units for the purpose of your summer internship and summer project, which is generally wrapped between 4 and 6 months, then these topics are going to help you because these topics are relevant, it carries some weightage, and the outcome of the work is directly related to the human welfare that you can do. Okay, if you want to watch the modern topics, 6 modern topics were being discussed in a separate video, you can watch that too, but watch this one as well. So let's start. Begin with the very first topic, morphological and taxonomical study of medicinal plants in a local region. And this topic never gets old. When we were at our graduation, we are working with this kind of projects, morphological and taxonomical study of medicinal plants. We were from microbiology background, so what we did is we did not do the morphological and taxonomical study. Instead, we did the chemical study of the plant-based compounds as an antimicrobe, as having antibacterial, antimicrobial property, right? That's what we did as microbiology students. But as a botany students, you can do with the morphological and taxonomical study of medicinal plants in the local region that you belong. Collect and classify 10 to 20 medicinal plants using classical taxonomy, that is morphological characters, herbarium, preparation, etc. Then document their names, habitats, and obviously the ethnobotanical use those plants have in that particular field you need to disclose. And also combine the taxonomy. You have ethnobotany combined with it, you have pharmaco, some of this pharmacognosy that is involved with this particular, this term is new to you, but this something, some amount of it is related because we are studying the medicinal plants. So you can extend the study by comparing the medicinal plants in terms of morphology, in terms of the way that they grow in the environment, what similarities that they share, what dissimilarities that they share. So these things that you can formulate to try to get an idea about the common factors between the medicinal plants in the fixed environmental parameters. So that standardization that you can do in the 6-month time frame, right? From a botany field you can do that. Second one is behavioral study of ants and honeybees. This is from zoology, and I know PhD is being done in this field, postdoctoral research is being done in this field globally. This is a very interesting and important study, the patterns, especially the foraging patterns and communication in ants and honeybees, right? Because they are eusocial organisms. Observe and document the foraging behavior, the trail formation, the waggle dances you can choose for the bees in the social, these are social insects. So understand their social colonies, understand what makes them superior than us, what makes them staying in this earth so many years beyond our imagination, right? And what we need to do in order to manage our population, that we can learn from their population, and how they control their population size, how they control their behavior, how they control their altruistic nature. We can implement that in our human population to have a better social life. Use field observation, you need to have a basic video analysis, and you also need to use statistical analysis in here, so little bit of biostatistics will be involved. A great introduction to the ethology, that is the animal behavior, and classical zoology, and also a part of the ecology is involved in this particular study. So this is a very important area of study. If the research institute provides you zebrafish, you can also go with zebrafish, or you can go with ants on honeybee, which is much easier to do. Ants are even easier to do. Taxonomic survey, this is the third one. Taxonomic survey and identification of insects in agro ecosystems, another from zoology and ecology together combined, zoology botany together combined. So you collect and classify insect species from agricultural fields, right? You go to the agricultural fields, and this is a field study. You identify you identify insects which are beneficial for the plants. You identify insects which are bad for the plants, means harmful for the plants, and you classify them. with the help of the dichotomous ski and analyze their population trends and interaction with the crops. If the crop, like what is happening to their population when the crop population is increasing, what is happening to their population when the crop population is decreasing, and what about the geocycles that our climate has, what kind of impact that geocycle have on them. If you are doing it in the summer times, what is going to be the impact? You can also compare it to the winter time and you compare and contrast between their behavior. Hands-on experience on classical entomology can be obtained from here, taxonomy can be obtained from here, insect collection hobbyists, they also love this project. So this is a very interesting project with multiple interdisciplinary science mixed with it. Now the fourth topic I'll choose is ecological assessment of lichen diversity as bioindicators of air pollution. Now this is a very novel study. Recently it's picking up because of the higher air pollution, especially the cities, the metro cities in India. But the lichens can become a very good bioindicators of the air pollution. And what you need to do here is a survey and document the lichen species in urban area where the pollution supposed to be much higher compared to the rural area where the air pollution is supposed to be little lower. Correlate the lichen diversity and abundance in both the urban area as well as in the rural areas and check the air quality parameters. So that is, you need to check the NO2 levels, SO2 levels, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide. So you need to find out the levels of this gas in the environment. You need to have a tool to measure that. So this combines your ecology, understanding of taxonomy and environmental biology, and with direct impact of your human welfare from the biological markers like lichens. Very interesting study. Now the last and the fifth topic that I will share is a comparative study of leaf anatomy and stomatal index in xerophytes and mesophytes. Now why it is important is because with the changing environment, with the changing pollution and changing environmental parameters like changing CO2 levels, changing oxygen levels in the atmosphere, there is change, obvious change in the leaf structures, leaf functions in both xerophytes and mesophytes, and we are studying that. Collect and examine plant samples under a microscope to study the leaf adaptations to different environmental conditions. Again, you can choose rural area, you can choose less polluted area, that is rural area, or high polluted areas like urban and city area. Use sectioning, staining, microscopy to measure the features like cuticle thickness, stomatal density and mesophyll types. And it's ideal for projects in plant physiology, anatomy and ecological adaptation. So this is another very important and good project with the plant physiology, anatomy and ecological adaptations that anyone can adapt to and can be excited to continue with, right? So these are the 5 very important, relevant and interesting study a student can do within 4 to 6 month time frame as a summer intern or as a part of their summer internship or summer research fellowship or as a summer training program, right? But I always believe summer training program should be designed to give you at least 6 months, because a 2-month time frame is very low. 1 to 2 months is not a time to do any kind of research or pseudo research work in that particular field. It takes time to just knowing the lab mates and reading the previous existing articles. It takes the time, so it requires 4 to 6 months of time frame. And if you give 4 to 6 months of time frame, these are some classical topics that you can choose. And if you like to choose modern topics, then also watch my video on 5+1 bonus topics regarding the summer internship from modern biology, where we talk about the microbiology, biotechnology, bioinformatics, these fields and the topics from these fields that you can study with. So I believe this video helps you out, and this is one of a kind video in the YouTube that you will never find anywhere else. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to this channel to get more videos, and let me know which topic you like the most and have you choose to study with this particular topic or not. And if you wish to join our coaching program, we have online coaching and study materials of CSIR NET. Contact the number shown here in the video and also click the links in the description. Thank you.